welcome to another video. So there are several mistakes people tend to make when practicing handstands, and one of them is to do a handstand at the end of a training session when one is already fatigued. Additionally, no one usually bothers to then warm up the wrists, and if you do warm up, it's probably just a quick and sloppy one. In the beginning, kicking up trying to hold a handstand is probably the worst mistake people tend to make. It usually brings you nowhere and leaves you with a lot of frustration.
Another very common mistake almost everyone is doing when starting with their handstand journey is the hand placement. Placing the flat hand on the ground with the whole weight only on your palm is definitely not the way to go to get an understanding of balance and controlling the balance.
Another big mistake we see people make is kicking up with the back against the wall and then trying to hold a handstand from there, using the feet to kick off from the wall. This tends to result in a sloppy banana handstand as we rely on the wall to support us in case we tip over. Apart from that, lack of body tension and control is usually another result of this drill, because we have more faith and trust in the wall than our own body, which makes it really hard to gain confidence, balance, and control in a handstand.
And yes, here it is, the one and only banana handstand. Not nice to watch and definitely not worth having when it comes to get long hold times or training for more advanced stuff later on. So avoid making the mistake of thinking the banana is the way to go.
So here we go with how to practice your handstand correctly. Do your handstand prior to your training session and warm up for this properly to prepare the wrists and shoulders for the load. Give force into your wrists by leaning some of your body weight over them. Do a couple sets and reps of finger push-ups, and you can make them easier by staying in a quadruped position or harder by going into a plank. You can do the same thing with fingertip push-ups. Focus on the eccentric part to really engage your forearms. Another staple and favorite of ours are wrist-controlled articular rotations. You basically draw a big but controlled circle with your wrist, clock and counterclockwise for about 3 reps in each direction. Last but not least, we recommend warming up the scapulas. Again, we draw a big circle by going into retraction, depression, protraction, and elevation, both clock and counterclockwise. After this, we're ready to start our practice. If you're a beginner, start with your belly facing the wall. Walk your way up and keep a little distance between yourself and the wall. Engage your glutes and your core and elevate your shoulders. Then start swinging your legs like a scissor, using the wall as an assistant while maintaining a straight body line and finding balance. This might be hard and scary at the beginning, but forces you to control and balance yourself, which will help to make better and faster progress. Of course, the same drill can be done with the back towards the wall. This requires more tension, body control and awareness to make sure you're not leaning too far back, creating a banana shape. When done correctly, this is a great drill to work on the balance for a freestanding handstand.
So let's talk about a very good way for hand placement in your handstand. Try to think of having a claw that holds onto the ground. With this setup, the force is spread out from the palm to your fingers. The fingers are working like your toes, and they play a very big role for the balance and controlling the balance. The hand and the fingers play together, and they are always making slight corrections during the hold. When it comes to handstand training, one of the most underestimated stuff is alignment work. Having an understanding of alignment, so stacking each joint above each other, is so valuable. Train your line on the ground with a stick, for example, and go into shoulder flexion while having a PPT, a posterior pelvic tilt. Hold that for sets and reps. A progression would be to get even stronger with your alignment and PPT is just elevate your legs and arms to get an arch in your lower back. This will make it even harder to hold and maintain the PPT. With this information, we hope some of you guys don't even get into frustration when it comes to learning the handstand, because now you know the basics, what's really important and what you definitely shouldn't do when starting your training. I hope you guys enjoyed our video. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. For more information about mobility and calisthenics, visit our website. The link will be in the description below.